Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Intuitive Tarot. This is a general reading. Happy belated Mother's Day to you guys. I don't know if I said it on this channel already, but if I missed it, I think I did on my other channel. But anyway, happy belated Mother's Day to you guys. If you have fur babies, you don't have any children, happy Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day to you guys, all right? Sending you guys love and light on your spiritual journey. And I hope you guys enjoy your Mother's Day. It is a everyday thing. It don't ever stop. All right, I don't give a damn how old they get. It don't matter. They always gonna be your babies. They always your children. You're always gonna be a mother, whether you're a step parent, step mom. Happy belated Mother's Day. All right. This is Intuitive Tarot. We're going to dive right in and get the message and see what the energy holds. This message the entire message may not resonate with you, all right? It may not. This may be clarity or validation for others of you, all right? Or you can just get in it for the vibe. Strictly up to you, all right? Any sign can be significant. If I say something that's unbeknownst to you or maybe unbeknownst to you, make sure you counsel with your spirit team, your spirit guides, your angelic angels, your ancestors of the light that have ascended in the heaven, only on that particular part of the read that may not be something you are aware of, to get a sign of whether that is of significance to you. All right? Don't make something fit that doesn't, basically. All right? But let's get right in it. Let's dive right in. What does my collective need to know? What's the message? Show me what I need to see. What do I need to see? What's going on? What does my collective need to know about? What do they need to be aware of? That's too many. I know somebody probably dealing with a damn copycat, but hey, I did see that copycat card trying to come out. What does my collective need to see? What do they need to know? What messages do you have for the collective? First card out, continue to vibe high. Continue to vibe high, collective. Man or woman. So you keeping your vibration high. Very good. Very good. Someone could be sending you spiritual attacks, or sending you low vibrational energy, evil eye. So make sure you are doing your return to senders as well. What does my collective need to be aware of? What do they need to know? Damn, that is too many, child. That's too many. What does my collective need to know right now? What do they need to be aware of? Somebody ring size could be an 8 and a woman. Your mind, divine feminine, I'm sorry. So somebody don't want to let go. They saying you're theirs. Somebody ain't getting that moving on shit. Like they could get out the hell. They could get the hell out your energy, but they ain't trying to. Somebody ain't trying to just walk away right now. Somebody saying you mine, they trying to stake some claim, trying to claim what's theirs. Now, I'm here now. Somebody could be an age baby, can be significant. For my 80s babies, what is it y'all remember doing or being into that you wish would come back, or you would be bringing back right now, that was something that was big in the 80s that you remember that you would bring back today, that you wouldn't mind doing, being part of, or seeing today? There's some good vibes. There's some good things that, went on in the 80s. Good music, for one. Next card, restraining order. So somebody may have to get a damn restraining order. Somebody think you theirs, or saying you theirs, they saying I'm sorry, they may have to get a damn restraining order. But keep your vibration high, because I feel like somebody, trying to look if you book or some shit. Child, the fuck is this about? Or this may have been somebody you tried to get a restraining order for, or needed to get a restraining order. A restraining order could be significant. You may have had to got it. This person may have had to get a restraining order on someone, whoever this past person is, or somebody that's saying you're mine, divine feminine. You may need to get a restraining order on this person, or somebody they connected to may need to get a restraining order on that person. Why they saying you theirs? Two cards fell on the floor. Next card, this one of the cards that fell on the floor. Let me get the other one. All right, next card. This is two cards that came out. They fell on the floor. This one is, she was in love with you, not your sex. So stop. Like, somebody could have made it seem like, it was all about some sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you were more into them, or you were, kind of hooked on them, when it came to that wood. You know what I'm saying? And it, like I said in one of my other readings, it ain't the person. The wood ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? The wood can be duplicated. You know what I'm saying? It could be better powered. These days, shit, it could be duplicated. You know what I'm saying? It's the person behind the damn wood. You know what I'm saying? It was not about the sex. So they need to stop. Like, if they up there saying, oh, that person just, with this person, you know what I'm saying, just for sex. You know what I'm saying? They just, this person just was with them for sex. Or it just was a sex thing with them. Like, no, this person was in love with somebody. It wasn't about however this person was toward my collective, whoever you were involved with, whoever this is that comes to mind, that you may need to get a restraining order for, or they may need to get a restraining order for somebody, that they possibly, has gotten involved with. Before I say that, let me tell you what this other card says. Being stubborn about who calls who first. So this is somebody you ain't in no contact with, no communication, no contact. You may not even live around this person. So y'all may not live in the same vicinity or something like that. But it's definitely given that, somebody wants to call another person. You may want to call this person, but something, both people are being stubborn about who called who first. And for somebody, I feel like somebody don't have somebody's number no more. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody may not have the same number. So I feel like somebody may not be calling another person possibly because they don't know if that person still got the same number. Um, or something like that. Like somebody may have had two numbers, like a app number and a actual number or something like that. Like somebody had, or they had two phones or something like that. That's, if that's resonating with you. Because I feel like the only reason why somebody being stubborn about who called who first, I feel like somebody is being guided. Like if you walked away from this person and ended things, and you've taken accountability, you shouldn't be reaching out to that person. You know what I'm saying? If you had the courage and had the confidence and the ambition to walk away, choose yourself, and go heal, work on yourself, and you haven't contacted this person, or if you did reach out, were very, clear on what you were reaching out to them for, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't get back at you, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? You can't lead a horse to water that ain't thirsty. If they don't want to drink, you can't make them. So at this point, there's that other thing of somebody knowing they want to pick up the phone to call you. They know you're not probably, going to say what they want to hear, but it's conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's something that needs to be had. So at this point, they either, mature enough to have it or they not. You know what I'm saying? They can stay in that lane where they feel like they need to be in control of the connections they be in. Because I feel like somebody was used to that. Like somebody was used to being the one in control and using, they would, or using that excuse. You know how some people like, oh man, they just tripping like that because I ain't trying to, I ain't trying to, get up with them sexually. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, this is how they may be behind the scenes when they ain't around you. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Like somebody, change this shit up. They make something when they around their friends, or when they, speaking on you, or when they, making conversation or whatever it is that come up about you. It's like this person, even to themselves, they may be, really thinking that it's something about the sex with you and them. And maybe, because that you feel like they giving, what I'm saying, they self to somebody else, it's a sex thing or something like that. And it's really the fact that you really did give a fuck about this person. Possibly was in love with them. You know what I'm saying? And they need to stop with talking about, it's all about the sex. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. Somebody was, treated somebody and felt the way they felt. They were openly, they gave clear communication about how they felt. Their emotions was like that. I feel like somebody took somebody emotions for them to say that they were sexually, stimulated. You know what I'm saying? Like these are emotions somebody got, because they sex is good. Like, how somebody like, man, as soon as we do something, man, they catch feelings. You know what I'm saying? They want to get married. They want to do this. Somebody need to stop. Because it was not even like that. Somebody was really genuinely into somebody. Because like I said, this wood can be duplicated. They ain't the only person with this good wood. It's the person behind that wood that was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Not it being stubborn. Four of Pentacles, like holding back and being stuck in their ways, fixed, with this fixed mindset of who gonna call who first. And if you ain't, even if this person call you first and you call this person first, collective, it's about this person being, if they, doing something different or they on the same shit, we ain't got time. You ain't got time. You ain't got time. I feel like somebody, gonna end up walking away from somebody or having to stay with somebody that they may possibly have to end up getting a restraining order for, because somebody feels as though, you theirs. Like, even if you and this person ain't talking, communicating, they still feel like there's something between you and them. Even if you did not end up in a relationship with them, they still looking at it like you they person, like you were in a relationship. They may even look at you as somebody that's an ex or something like that, but still, and I'm getting like somebody don't even have kids with this person. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like somebody, makes it about the fact that things between you and them is the way it is, or your feelings for them and how you treated them when you were with them was about the sex. And it wasn't. They need to stop. So they need to stop. For real. But keep your vibration high, because I feel like somebody, on that blah, 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 blah. Okay? Anything else on this message, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels? Yeah, let's go ahead and clarify this restraining order because I'm definitely curious about that. Clarify restraining order. So at the bottom of this day, Page of Cups in reverse. Cancer energy, Pisces, Scorpio. Clarify restraining order. Clarify restraining order. What's this restraining order about? Who needs this restraining order? What's going on with this restraining order? Yeah, somebody could be dealing with a Queen of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, because I feel like somebody, you got the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Gemini energy. You got the Page of Cups. The Page of Swords that came out in reverse too. Also Gemini. So we could be dealing with a low vibrational Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But you got the Four of Wands came out. You got the Four of Wands. King of Pentacles. So this is, a mature man. All right. And then you got the Page of Swords in reverse, Gemini energy. Like this is someone that got some, the root of their problems could be, they got some, some insecure, things that they dealing with, when it comes to their insecurities. Especially if this person, is not able to get, like if they not talking, like somebody making shit up, they spread a lot of rumors and shit like that, like keep some shit going. Then that's what I'm getting off this Page of Swords. Like I don't know, that's my card for, people with bad, whoever this is that's bad tempered. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that'll do something just because they know out of spite. You know what I'm saying? Just to piss you off. You know what I'm saying? Vengeful too. Like this is somebody that will, call themselves wanting to talk to you about something and they really, trying to say as much as they can to escalate the situation, to the point that you have to defend yourself, but then at the same time they put you in a situation where what they saying they're talking about could be lies and some more shit, like somebody bringing up gossip, or trying to confront you about something that ain't even true or something like that, only for you to like get to the point of like having to put your hands on or them, using that as a way to try to provoke you into some situation that, Eight of Swords, end up having you locked up or something like that, going to jail. Because you got the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Gemini energy. So it's like, somebody could be blocked, no contact, when it comes to this restraining order. This could be somebody you're not communicating with, but this is somebody that's innate, negatively heavy thoughts, you know what I'm saying, that somebody have it and they basically negative. Like the root of their thoughts is negative intent. You know what I'm saying? Is negatively based. It's rooted on, some insecurities they dealing with. And it's like somebody feels as though if you ain't talking to them, they don't know who you with. They don't, nobody knows, they don't know anybody that know you that really they can ask, like see what's going on. Somebody blocked from seeing what you got going on. And they probably in a connection, they damn self that don't went sour. You know what I'm saying? With the Queen of Cups in reverse. Like this is somebody that, they may have pillow talk with or some shit like that. Or, somebody that, didn't really know how to express their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like they had an issue, with Yeah. Like somebody don't know how to, really like express how they feel. Like they actions, somebody, could be very hasty, and some impulsive even. Like they just, mm. But I feel like, this could be something going on in the home with this four of wands and this mature man. Like there's, could be a marriage, but it's definitely, like somebody having, to get the authorities involved because they may have moved somebody in that is sponging off of them. With this page of swords in reverse, this could be a family member, could be, somebody that's younger than them. They may have chosen, got with over you. So listen, like somebody got somebody that don't want to get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? They may use, this may be somebody, like I said, a user. You know what I'm saying? And this is somebody that may put them in a situation where they, start something or try to provoke them into some type of altercation to end up getting them, having them either go to jail or somebody having to get a restraining order. And this could be, whoever they need to get this restraining order for. Could be a Gemini. Don't have to be, but could be any air sign. All right. But this mature man, Virgo energy, like Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, like somebody, may need to get a restraining order. Because I feel like, this person may have to protect their belongings. This person may be tearing up stuff in their home, because this is somebody that, has a lot of, expensive possessions. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the things they deal with, it could be very expensive. They could spend well, on things in their home, and, they furnishings and stuff like that. So this is somebody that's, wealthy, like matured man in their own right. But this is, a marriage, possibly, some type of commitment somebody gave somebody or whatever living situation this is. But yeah, this marriage could be coming to an end, or this is something going on in a home or, a community, a neighborhood or something like that with this four of wands, because somebody don't want to leave. They don't want to go. And this relationship, this marriage or whatever, could be going sour. You know what I'm saying? It could, be losing, more than they, really gaining by trying to stay together or work something out. Because we got the magician in reverse, bottom of the deck with the temperance. So somebody, can't really even manifest. Like somebody's, this Gemini low vibrational, because even this magician is in Gemini. But like I said, this person is low vibrational. Like they definitely toxic. This is a karmic, for sure. But they not trying to, be reasonable. This is somebody that will do something purposely to get your ass locked up. Like put you in a bad situation. Like having, coming to your home and, being okay for the first 5-10 minutes, and then, they bring up some shit that really pops up, get something going, and then here you go, you done let them in the door already. You know what I'm saying? Or as soon as you get in from work, this person, on and popping, or somebody feel like they being blocked, or they may have blocked this person. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this mature man may have blocked somebody, and now this person, feels some type of way. Especially if you ain't in communication with this person. So take it how it resonate. Like they could, somebody could be, married, living with somebody, and, using this person or whatever, or this person using them, and they could be worried about somebody outside this home. So take it how it resonate. You know how folks is about side pieces. Motherfuckers be really trying to control your domain from their house. Wherever they at, with their wife or their family. You know what I'm saying? They still trying to dictate what's going on at your house. Feel like they need to come by there, check on you, check up, you know what I'm saying? Check it out. What's going on? Who is this? Why you ain't answering your phone? You saw me call, you seen me. Get the fuck out of here. That kind of shit. What are they gonna need this restraining order for with this page of swords in reverse? Clarify the page of swords in reverse. Restraining order. Like this could have been somebody you was, very generous to, or somebody was very generous. Six of Pentacles. Somebody was very generous. You know what I'm saying? To someone. Like very giving, very kind. But it, could have been things that, they could have been giving this person. They would, they sponged off this person. You know what I'm saying? Like they may have been a user. Like somebody may have been this masculine, this mature man could have, been messing around with this person, this younger person, you know what I'm saying, that's being spiteful, vengeful. They could have been using this person for what they can get out of them, or the fact that they was getting things from them, or whatever. Or this could have been somebody, just being generous with their energy, like, pouring into someone, and somebody like being involved with somebody and they, missed that opportunity, because they were afraid of being vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, with the Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, like somebody, wanted to keep something, like somebody stuck in the past doing shit, you know what I'm saying, that they used to this person doing. Ain't nobody doing that no more. If this a past person that wanted you to, stick around, and keep, letting them bust you down so they can, feel like it's, you know what I'm saying, that's all it's on, like you just want this, and you just doing something, or not talking to them or some shit, you know what I'm saying, out of spite, But I feel like this is somebody that somebody gave an offer to. I feel like this is somebody, somebody may have gotten involved with, or they always been involved with. But as far as them not being able to communicate, is somebody like making shit up, you know what I'm saying, to cause a scene, like somebody trying to cause somebody to get locked up. So this person may need to, get a restraining order, whoever this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is. It could be any sign, you know what I'm saying? Aries, Leo, Sage out here with the 4 wands. Or somebody could have fire in their chart, or air in their chart. But this is about somebody being generous, you know what I'm saying? They were very giving. They bought nice things. Somebody was into a lot of nice things, you know what I'm saying? They could have been, somebody that helped other people, you know what I'm saying, was generous, or this is you. And it's like somebody, yeah. With this Page of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck, this is like somebody wanting to come in and play on your emotions and shit like that, your feelings for them and shit. And I feel like them doing that, is going to end up really just, you know what I'm saying? How some people know somebody want to come back around, and how, if this person know you, care a lot about them, you know what I'm saying? You was in love with them. Them coming in and wanting, like you seeing that person coming back around, like, yeah, I know, you miss me, this, and this, and you, entertain that shit, you end up hurting yourself, doing that. You know what I'm saying? Giving that person false hope and thinking that, that opportunity is still there, even though it ain't. But, just playing around with that is going to cause somebody, to take that in a whole nother direction if you telling them no, but your body language and your actions telling them, yeah, okay, you know what I'm saying, you giving in to it, or you playing along with it just because don't do it. Because it's going to end up causing you some pain and some, you know what I'm saying, some disappointment more than this person. And you may end up needing to get a restraining order. Or I feel like somebody did that shit to somebody, and now they looking at the fact that shit, even if they want to come back your way, whoever they got involved with, this is somebody they may have gotten involved with, mess around with from time to time to get what they want out this person. But now this person feels some type of way, especially if they walking away from this person and they ain't giving to them no more. or this person been given to them and they don't want to be bothered with them no more. And this person like, feeling some type of way that whatever they've been able to get this person to keep them around ain't working no more. So take it how it resonate, child. Clarify she was in love with you, not your sex. So stop. Clarify she was in love with you, not your sex. So stop. Who is this? But the Eight of Wands came out in reverse. Sagittarius energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Like somebody could have been moving at a slow pace. Whoever this is that may be, they may be in some type of connection or something like that already. Don't have to be. This person may come in, being slow to take action. Whoever this is that is coming towards you slow with this Eight of Wands in reverse. Clarify the Eight of Wands in reverse. She was in love with you, not your sex. So stop. Clarify she was in love with you, not your sex. Because I feel like whoever this is, they somebody that, was slow to take action towards you, like to, because of how things are between you and them. What's the Eight of Wands in reverse? The Ace of Swords. After receiving clarity to make a sound decision. This person moving slow towards you because you done got the answers you need. Or they done got some clarity, you know what I'm saying, to make a sound decision. Or they know you did. So hell yeah. Somebody know you got some clarity. That's why they moving slow towards you. Because they, been out here dope popping about that wood and they, you know what I'm saying, that wood been in slow motion ever since you, somebody ended things. Shit been moving slow for this person. Got the Knight of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I see somebody know they can't come in and be with that passive shit they used to do. Whatever they used to be on with this Knight of Swords in reverse. Like somebody can't come in, they gonna have to find a whole nother, gain a whole new perspective on reprioritize, how they move, when it comes to how they want to come in and take action. That shit's slow. Because at this point, it's like somebody now, they was quick to take action before when they had you in an old cycle, when they can come back and forth when they got ready, or every now and again, it was a break and y'all get back together, talk or whatever. That shit ain't like that now. So now this person gotta re-strategize, you know what I'm saying, reprioritize, how they take action and what they do, when it comes to them, making decisions. You know what I'm saying? Because Eight of Wands in the upright is about some quick, fast changes. You know what I'm saying? Some quick action. But this person's slow to take some damn action right now. You're having to go with the flow of shit right now. So at this point, it's about the clarity in the information somebody done got, when it comes to this spiritual, enlightenment, especially when it comes to, making a sound decision. Like seeing something clearly to make a reasonable, decision. Because I feel like somebody in the past, like, did not see something clearly or the same way. Like they may have been used to getting a recognition based on a sexual level. You know what I'm saying? About who keep, being still around, no matter how they treat them. So this person may have chalked it up to thinking, that's how you and them were. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, with this Ace of Swords, you made a sound decision. You may have even told this person, clear communication. Like, listen, this ain't that. So you need to stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, there was some clarity that somebody got. Whether it was mental, whether it was spiritual. You know what I'm saying? They got the clarity. So it's all about, how somebody actually understand the assignment. Like when it comes to, some type of um answers that someone need. I feel like somebody got a direct link to the divine. So when it comes to what somebody needed to see, it was one of them things where somebody realized it now. Somebody actually was, making their communication clear about what they wanted or why they were with someone. It wasn't about, like, you could have got this in your dream state. This could have been something that was revealed to you, just intuitively. Like, you could have felt that. You could have, you know what I'm saying, just as an empath known, this person may be using it, especially if they made you feel as though it's something was just about, was just sexual with you and them. And it may have been something this person may have thought, that you were okay with. Because, whenever they did come around, that happened, and, you were still expressing, like, how you felt about them and shit like that. And they may have felt like your feelings was coming from a sexual level, like, but somebody gaining clarity. Now, that shit ain't, or you got some clarity in a situation when it came to, or like, they getting it about a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Like, somebody's got some clarity to make a sound decision. And with this Ace of Swords, this Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it's like, somebody know they can't, this aggressiveness, you know what I'm saying, being passive about some shit, like, they can't come towards you like that. And if they, slowing down to keep from coming towards you, you know what I'm saying, because they trying to, like, they don't know if they've been saying this or thinking that, or they feel embarrassed or ashamed, that they was around here saying shit like that, or that you speaking on that. Well, you done got some clarity that they said that shit or thinking, you know what I'm saying, telling that. But it's like they know if they don't do some type of work, you know what I'm saying, if they don't come in and, like, tell you something, or somebody don't come in, the right way, it's going to be some serious repercussions. Because it's like this person avoiding trying to take action. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody trying to avoid, coming in, and because they don't know, you know what I'm saying, like, what's going to be said after you done got this clarity. Or now that they got this clarity to make a sound decision. Like somebody don't know, where you stand with them. Now they don't know if you still in love with them, if you still feel this way. They know they can't come towards you on that aggressive shit either. Because they got it wrong. They misunderstood the assignment. Like, if it was some miscommunication, it was on their end. It was on their end. Somebody 8 of Wands, like somebody, trying to slow down or trying to put off, making excuses, not to come forward, you know what I'm saying, to take some type of action. Because, like, if somebody want to come towards you, collective, if they letting whatever it is that they, may be involved in, or whatever cycle they got open, or whoever they need to walk away from, they may need this restraining order for, or whoever they still involved with, that they, trying to keep in the dark or keep you in the dark about, or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is, especially with this Page of Swords, in reverse, like somebody could have been recklessly talking, pillow talking with another motherfucker, other people, about, why you and them not together, or some shit like that. But I feel like if this person don't come towards you and tell you, like, what's up or what's going on, or take action, like, to do something the right way, like, they gonna regret this shit. Because I feel like once you done got the answers and you continue to, deal with somebody or go towards somebody, and your intentions, toward them ain't pure, it's gonna be some serious repercussions. So somebody could have got, some clarity, or they know you got some clarity, or it's a way that they got it. And it's like, ain't nothing to say, that you don't. Like, ain't no way you can't say you don't know now. Because if somebody got the clarity, they can't say they didn't know or they misunderstood, what was being said or what you meant by something. Like, now I know that person really was genuinely fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they meant what they said. It wasn't about that. Yeah, especially if they went off of what somebody else was telling them. Because this Knight of Swords is like them having, somebody not thinking for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they going off of what other people might be telling them, or what other females or other dudes, be telling, her, or what other females been telling him. Something is like, oh man, they just doing that because you such and such, and you really was in love with this person. Damn. Especially if this person took their time coming towards you or making something right. And now they may have, stayed in the cycle of went, in another direction where now they shit. The possibilities of them walking away from this connection, shit, they may have to get a restraining order just to keep this person. What's the Eight of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Swords? Like, somebody got the clarity now. What's the Eight of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Swords? Yeah, Five of Wands in reverse. Leo energy. With the Queen of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I feel like when it comes time for somebody to, to like maybe come towards you, or they slow, to take action or something like that. Somebody moving slow, especially if they got some type of, information or got some clarity because they know somebody making a sound decision. So, be mindful of like whoever this is that want to come towards you, Aries, Leo, Sage, or there's a low vibrational Aries, Leo, Sage, that want to come towards you. But it's like, don't put yourself in a situation where, or somebody don't need to, get involved, or don't sign no check, you know what I'm saying, with somebody that your ass can't cash. And I'm not saying it for my collective, I'm saying this about whoever this is moving slow coming towards you. Because I feel like, there's, somebody that want to come towards you because somebody see now that you really was, genuine about how you felt about them. So whoever it is that had them thinking, you know what I'm saying, that it was something that was just sex between you and them, or they made it seem that way or thought it was that way, and they went in another direction, or they had something else going on, and now they realizing that whoever they walking away from, or realizing that with now while they with somebody else, or possibly having other options or some shit. Either way, child, take it how it resonate. Be mindful of not, avoiding some type of conflict, because I feel like, somebody want to intentionally like put somebody in a bad situation about something that they done got some clarity on when it comes to somebody making a sound decision. So even if it's a past person that feel like you don't want to be with them, they moving slow coming towards you, be mindful of, whatever it is, because I feel like, somebody connected to them, or they are somebody cutthroat, like somebody, what I'm saying, on some low vibrational shit, some low down shit. Because whoever somebody feel like they new competition is, they underhanded. You know what I'm saying? And even if it's an old person want to come back around and you moving on after you done got this clarity that they played, something on some, played you on some sick shit. Yeah. Them coming back around may just be, them trying to play on your emotions for them to see if you will, be involved with them and that person. Whoever your new person is, or whatever new you got going on. Or it's the fact that they probably got something still going on with somebody. They just want to come back around, to see whoever they put you in a competition with. They want to still come back around and see, if you done moved on, or see how you still, if you still feel that way about them, to see how far they can go with that. So be mindful of, because it may come with some type of conflict. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So somebody could be dealing with a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And this is somebody that's, very hostile, very confrontational. So this could be somebody they was connected to. Or this is them. You know what I'm saying? In their feminine energy. Because somebody is out of balance. Somebody may, be trying to play like they confused about why something going on between them and somebody else now. Like, man, I don't even understand why what's going on between us, why it's like that, or especially if somebody else, like I said, is walking away from somebody and that person trying to play victim, not like being confused as to why something is the way it is between them and this person, or you and this person. Clarify being stubborn about who calls who first. Clarify being stubborn about who calls who first. Yeah. You got the Seven of Pentacles and you got the Sun in reverse. Somebody see you focus on something right now, working on something, minding your business. You know what I'm saying? What you focusing on, what you working on, but it's like somebody, feeling sad. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like, they don't know how to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody may not be um, fully confident to call you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody knows they got to work on, their communication, like how they express their emotions. You know what I'm saying? How they see themselves and how they show themselves, to the outside world, how they see themselves. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, it's like somebody feels like they don't really know right now, that, or they don't have the confidence they need right now to like express, what they really want to say. You know what I'm saying? Because this person may not be feeling so happy, you know what I'm saying, with how things turned out, especially when it comes to how they, view themselves now, or having their own beliefs, or how they, they think for themselves, or they know you think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't listen to outside influence, or this person is realizing they can't do that. They learning their lesson, like somebody, What's the Six of Pentacles with the Sun in reverse? I mean, the Seven of Pentacles. What's the Seven of Pentacles with the Sun in reverse? Eight of Pentacles. With the Five of Cups in reverse now at the bottom of the deck. So somebody feel like, they see that you, like if this person want to get out of this situation, like they're going to have to, express themselves, clearly and honestly, when it comes to them opening their mouth. Because I feel like somebody at one time got something wrong when it came to how somebody really felt about them. And they made it, about sex, because this person didn't really know any other way, or they didn't know how to express their emotions other than on a sexual level. Or when it comes to like, what they get out of it, pinnacle wise, like what somebody give to them. You know what I'm saying? Or how often this person let them smash, or, what they give to them, or how generous they are. Like somebody may look at that as a way of being recognized, or feeling like, this is how they get that recognition from other people, like what they give to them, and using sex to get that, you know what I'm saying? Or to establish that for themselves. You know what I'm saying? To get that answer for them, that clarity for them. But it's like, they see that the master yourself. You know what I'm saying? This person could be focusing on work to try to, keep from calling you. So it's like both of you, focusing on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody, doesn't want to move too fast or call first, and they really don't have, they lost for words, like, or you could tell that this person ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? And this person may be struggling with how, they see themselves now. Or how people see them. Like they may be, looking at how they may have disappointed you. They, know that you not happy with them no more. You know what I'm saying? Like you displeased with how they came off to you now. So it's like they working on building their confidence when it comes to how you see them and how they see themselves. You know what I'm saying? But if they want to get out of this situation or, make things better, they're going to have to, take some accountability, some responsibility, and, pull themselves up out of the rubble, you know what I'm saying, and try again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the only reason why they don't know if something will work. They don't know if something will, actually go in their favor because they hadn't took any action. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they could want to work things out or, come to some type of compromise or something like that, when it comes to solving, whatever it is in a better way. Because I feel like at some point this person, was crying over spilled milk. But at this point, it's like, if you're feeling hurt or betrayed, you know what I'm saying, angry, you know what I'm saying, it's only because they, won't pull themselves up, by their bootstraps, like people say, you know what I'm saying, and get your ass going, you know what I'm saying, do something about it. Yeah, so it ain't no need in them feeling like, listen, I ain't know you treat me like this, you know what I'm saying, you making it seem like that, and not really, want to take accountability or playing confused about why, they being looked at like this. Like, ain't no need, I feel like somebody being stubborn, you know what I'm saying, and trying to stay busy and work and stuff like that, especially when it comes to what they see you focusing on and, how you done mastered yourself, you know what I'm saying, you've ascended. And somebody, don't feel, as confident, with how they see themselves right now, like how the world see them, how you see them now. What are their actions with this? Calling who first? What are their future actions in this situation? Being stubborn about who calls who first. What is this going to turn out to be? Because I feel like somebody trying to stake claim on you, like, you mine. I can't tell. What are their future actions when it comes to who calling who first? What's the outcome in this situation? Ace of Pentacles? So be open to receive, child, because I feel like with somebody, what was taken, Six of Pentacles is being restored. Like if somebody, refuse, to take action, if they refuse, to, especially if this person, move forward. Because I feel like somebody, got a shaky, like, foundation now. Like somebody's circumstances now may have caused them to lose their independence. So financially, they could be, working hard, you know what I'm saying? They, may have taken a financial hit, this may be part of their karma. Yeah. But I feel like, when it comes to somebody, energy, I feel like what you put into a situation is what you get back. And I feel like you put a lot into, this person or this connection, what I'm saying, to be with this person, and, you didn't get nothing in return. Especially if this person, sitting here in their pride or their ego, or they, playing victim and shit, like like they didn't do anything to get here. Cause and effect, like somebody trying to avoid justice in a situation, like trying to avoid, a tower and all that. So at this point, shit, it's like new beginnings, new um prosperity. You know what I'm saying? This is, the most high, like giving you back, what you put into something and what you put into yourself. So at this point, if this person call you, whoever call who first, it ain't gotta call you at all. You ain't gotta call this person at all. With this person, don't, what they failing to realize is you're gonna get whatever is owed to you, whether it's from them, the Most High, or a higher level soulmate. Because I feel like somebody got some pride issues or something like that, or they got some insecurities about make possibly their income or something like that, or what they've been doing for income or money, or how they money looking now, or they were more focused on that, and clarify your mind, divine feminine. Clarify your mind. Yeah. See, somebody was resisting change, but they're not doing it now. I feel like this is a divine intervention. Like somebody, saying they sorry. You got the three of cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, somebody, wants to celebrate, or they, seeing you celebrating or something like that. And they could be in the tower right now, especially if they're going through karma, when it comes to, this Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Because somebody, going through some type of frustration, or whatever plans they had, to come towards you, Eight of Wands, for them to be moving slow, may have caused, a tower. Because they, wouldn't keep their vibration high, or, was not working on their confidence, and their ambition, focusing on connecting with the universe, clearing out their, their energy, their environment, silencing their mind so that they can, connect and get the answers. And I feel like, now, even if this could be a baby dad with this King of Cups, it could be a father figure. Don't have to be, but they could have, some kids. But this Ace of Cups is in reverse. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, even if this person want a new partnership with you, another opportunity, this ain't the right time for that. Like, this person got some things they need to work on. Like, they need to get out their own way. They got some accountability, some responsibility to take. They got some things and situation cycles open that they need to close the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Clarify this tower. Yeah, you got the Two of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. Like, they refused to offer, you know what I'm saying? But you still got your Ten of Pentacles. They refused your offer, So at this point, even if it is, you choosing yourself, you still got to your Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, especially if they try to keep you a secret or some shit like that. You know, mm-mm. Especially if somebody like knew that, they wanted to give you an offer, or you had the, qualifications for this offer, this Ten of Pentacles. Mm-mm. Ooh, I feel like somebody, see you on this come up. I ain't gonna even hold you. Like somebody feel they see you coming up. Like if somebody feel it or they see it, and it's like you choosing yourself still got you where you needed to go. Wherever you needed to be, you got there on time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Ten of Pentacles, like you still, came off and still got to that stability, that sturdy, stable foundation that you were looking for. And if it ain't happening now, it's coming. You know what I'm saying? So live in your manifestations. You know what I'm saying? Live like it's already here. Okay? Because I feel like, even if they rejected your offer, you still got to this Ten of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? You could be buying a new home. You could be getting a new car. But there's new prosperity coming in. The seeds you planted, the things you put into this connection, this person, you getting that back. They may not have given you equal give and take. They may have made it about their wood child. But at this point, if they were focused even on their money, they're going to have to keep focusing on that. Because that's probably why they, dealing with what they dealing with now. That, money ain't going to be able to get their ass out of. And money can't get them, what they want right now anyway. So they're going to have to wait it out. And even while they're waiting it out, they're going to have to see you get it and get it without them. Because you don't want it. If they turned, your offer away, they rejected it, or they gave this Two of Cups to somebody else, they bad. Especially if they got with somebody or gave this offer to somebody else for money, because they feel like this person was more stable than you, shit, they're going to have to stay over there and, do what they do. Because somebody feel like they fighting a losing battle, like ain't shit they can do to get back towards you. So at this point, even if they trying to walk away from somebody else or trying to have their cake and eat it too, somebody gonna need a damn restraint in order to do that. Because I feel like a past person may try to come back around, and or somebody they involved with may try to come back around and get one in with them, or try to make they mark, you know what I'm saying? Or try to cause a tower because, you don't want to, they rejected your offer, or you rejected theirs, or or somebody giving you another off, giving you an offer, or they, taking one back from somebody else or something like that. What's this Two of Cups in reverse about? What's this Two of Cups in reverse about? Clarify. Clarify the Two of Cups in reverse. What's the Two of Cups in reverse? Page of Swords. Aries energy. Somebody may, want to travel towards you, or this is somebody, wanting to like overcome whatever they fears or the obstacles is that they need to accomplish, like whatever it is when it comes to them moving forward, when it comes to them taking action. And this person, like I said, they had some low self esteem, low confidence. You know what I'm saying? Um, They was at a low frequency when it comes to, how they saw themselves, with the sun in reverse. So it's like, this person could have, they see that, you know what I'm saying? This Two of Cups in reverse is like how somebody didn't have the confidence or the ambition, or they feel like what they needed, to start something new. You know what I'm saying? Like they had to build that confidence up. They've had to do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to them, showing that they can face, adversity, like they can get through challenges without running from it. You know what I'm saying? Eight of Cups. They gonna, I ain't lying. When it comes to this Seven of Wands, somebody gonna have to stand up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like somebody wanted to go after some type of lifestyle, or have some type of way of living, based off what they thought other people needed to have. You know what I'm saying? If they chose somebody over you based on this person saying, well, they ain't got this, they don't got that, they don't drive like this, they don't dress like that, they don't go here, they can't pay for that, they ain't got that. It's like, at this point, you know what I'm saying, like trying to, have a certain type of lifestyle or status, based off what you want people to feel like, as a mature man, a wealthy man or whatever, that you gotta live a certain way, date certain types of people, and stuff like that. Like when it's really up to you, how you see yourself, how you know what I'm saying, your own beliefs, what it is that you want. You know what I'm saying? Establish your own ideals. You know what I'm saying? Don't go off of what somebody else telling you and how they want you to go after something. You know what I'm saying? Do this. Be like that toward people. You know what I'm saying? Do that. You do that and you end up going that route and you end up, paying dearly for that shit. Knight of Swords in reverse. Like you go toward that kind of lifestyle, or, coming at people, you know what I'm saying, the way you coming at them, and your intentions is to, come up off there as being an opportunist or some shit like that, or somebody coming towards them like that. Because I feel like somebody, being all in their money ended up pulling people towards them, or they going toward people they feel like had a little more than somebody else. Or somebody they got with, kind of trying to kind of convince them, to be with somebody, that got more than the person that they left, you know what I'm saying, gave another offer to. All together. I feel like somebody, went towards somebody they felt like, they can get what they want out of this person and still have their cake and eat it too. But it's like, no. I feel like this mature man could have been married. Just looking at this King of Pentacles and this Four of Wands with this Ace, this Page of Swords in reverse. Like I feel like somebody, they could have been married, don't have to be, or somebody, want to know, if somebody if somebody got to their Four of Wands yet. Ten of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like somebody got somebody, they involved with, or that sponge off other people. They very spiteful. Even if they ain't sponging, like somebody definitely, may have a little, how somebody will say, I got this. I remember, somebody said a couple of days ago that at their jobs, they let somebody borrow $250. But because they what that person do for work, they said, well, that person pay me back, they make that back in one night. But they let the person borrow the $250 in April. They ain't got that money back yet. You know what I'm saying? And it's May. So whatever, and it was to save somebody's vehicle. So at the time, even if you need that money back to save and take care of, your own responsibilities, a car note, or rent, or something like that, this person still ain't paid you back. They ain't had no consideration for, what you may have needed that $250 for 2 weeks later. They ain't even thought about that. They don't even care. They got what they needed that money for. And the fact that you know what I'm saying, wooing on them, you know what I'm saying, drooling over them and shit like that ain't helping. And at that point, it's like that person ain't finna pay you back, because they gonna make it seem as though You not pressing them just for the money. You pressing them because you want something more than that. Like you gave that with some intentions of thinking they're gonna give you something else, even if you really wanted to help. But like I said, you'll see. You can't just give everybody and think that they gonna consider, your situation down the road. Whatever that may be, even if you don't tell them about it. But you wouldn't have to if they paid you your money back. But at the same time, you had to look at. I had to tell the person like you got to look at how they asked you for that money, because if they didn't ask you to borrow it or loan it to me or let me. This person said, "Can you help me in this situation? Can you help me out?" Boom. That person can literally say verbatim that I did not say in anywhere in that I was gonna pay you back. Not in a text, not in the email, not in the Cash App message, none of that. Work together, and they still ain't told you, that they was gonna pay you back, because they didn't. And when they asked you for it and you sent it, it was not about I'm gonna pay you back. It was I got this and that going on. Can you help me? Boom. You gave it. You gave it. Ain't nothing binding them and holding them to, nothing saying that they was gonna pay you back. So don't look for them to. You know what I'm saying? People know, what I'm saying? Game recognize game. But if you didn't pay attention to how they asked for it, you may not get that back. And even if they did say borrow a loan, it's still at their discretion whether they pay that back to you. That's why payday loans and all these other places, you know what I'm saying, are have them other ways of getting their money out your ass. You know what I'm saying? If you decide you don't want to follow the rules, or you want to renege. You know what I'm saying? You want to hold your hand, hide your hand when you do get your ends and don't want to pay. So at this point, this person, looking at something, you know what I'm saying, like that aha moment, with this page of wands. But it's like, yeah, you wanted to go be adventurous. Now your ass gonna have to, see, if you don't want to go out here and see how it's gonna build your pinnacles and shit like that. Like, yeah, you want to have, overcome some fears and, get a little more ambition. You know what I'm saying, to tackle something new, especially with some courage when it comes to this Two of Cups in reverse. Because if you chose yourself in a situation, this person feel like, no, you mine. Oh, shit, well, you going to have to show that. You going to have to step on up. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out that immature ass, mindset of what you thought, And somebody could be, purchasing a new home, a new car. They see you doing this. Or this is, somebody saying, you mine, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? They see you standing your ground, like they can come in aggressive all they damn want. But I'm gonna end it here, you guys. Make sure you, keep your vibration high. Keep your damn vibration high. And your ring size of 8. And whoever they, needing this restraining order with, no more power to them. Make sure you're doing your return to senders. Keep your energy cleansed, take your spiritual, baths, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you guys, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button on your way out. And as always, those of you that genuinely fuck with me, know that I fuck with you too. All right? Bye.